This week on 49ers Cal High Sports Report, the league races are heating up and we have the big game highlights. We'll have rivals St. Francis and Bellarmine, the double overtime game with Clayton Valley and Camp Alindo, and Half Moon Bay takes on Jefferson.
Girls Hoops features Liberty and Heritage, big-time soccer with St. Mary's in Richmond, and the story of the Fremont soccer player finding a home. It's all right now on 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
Welcome to 49ers Cal High Sports Report. I'm Robert Braunstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. We start tonight in the East Bay, where two of the Bay Area's best teams met this week in a non-league game. Bishop O'Dowd leads the West Alameda County League with lots of talent, leading a balanced attack.
Yeah, meantime, St. Patrick St. Vincent is coming off a 2-point loss to the Bay Area's #1 team, Salesian, and looking to slay the Dragons this week.
Golden State Warriors head coach Steve Kerr showing his support for Oakland Athletics. O'Dowd starts it off by taking a commanding 11-0 lead with Ross Williams draining that 3-ball. SPSV reduces that margin here. Deshaun Jackson throws it down for the two-handed slam. A few plays later, Brendan Patrick slings it to Elijah Hardy for the reverse layup. O'Dowd leads it 18-17. Then check this out. Nassim Gaskin with the steal, and he throws it down with authority. Final minutes of the second, it's Hardy again taking this one inside strong for two. Dragons now lead at 37-31 at the half. But the Bruins are still hanging on. Akeel Edwards attacks the basket but dishes it off to Jake Elizalde to pull within 6. Dragons then take back possession. Hardy no-look pass to Brendan Patrick for the 10-point lead. Now let's throw in one more dunk. It's Jackson off the inbound pass, but this game belonged to the Dragons. Will Chavarin gets the putback for Bishop O'Dowd, and one of the Bay Area's best teams comes out on top once again to extend their winning streak to 8 games. Hardy leading the way.
Say hi to USF bound for Dylan Belquist as his Wildcats take on Los Altos. Here's Dylan on the break. No-look pass to Robert Nelson. Great first name and a nice basket for the Cats. Los Altos battles back. Matt Everly doing work as he spins and fires. And a nice play here by the Eagles in transition. Nolan Brennan to Zach Espiritu to Jake Shab. But the Cats extend their lead. Frank Palisso to Belquist for 3. The big guy showing his range. Los Altos makes a bit of a run before the half. Nice pass by Brennan to a cutting Eberly. Still the Cats lead by 10 at halftime. More Los Gatos in the second half. Palisso to Nelson stepping into the lane and floating it home. The Eagles cut the lead to 7 here as Brennan nails the three-pointer, but all Cats after that. Palisso to Alex Brake and Gwilke ahead to Belquist with the finger roll, and the Cats lead by 8. Into the quarter now for Cade Tormina, and Cade nails this one, and the Cats are taking off. Fourth quarter now, Palisso a long pass ahead to Belquist for the big-time rip, and the Los Gatos Wildcats win it. 67-46, Belquist with 29 points for the victorious Cats.
The Menlo Atherton Bears getting ready to take on the Aragon Dons for first place in the Peninsula South League. Dons in the attack here. Leah Lila Maeva with the shot, but Khaleesi Fonga is there for the finish. But here it's the Bears' Carly McClanahan passing it to Catherine Chai, who hits it from behind the arc. The Bears leading by 5 to end the first. More Bears here. McClanahan to Chai to Greer Hoyam, who lays it up for the Bears. 24-10 MA to close the half. Into the third, MA with the pass, but Lydia Manu gets the steal, and she brings it home, lays it in, cutting the deficit for the Dons. McClanahan doing it all by herself here. She drives to the net and swishes it in for the and one, bringing the Bears to a comfortable 36-21 lead. Fourth quarter, Dons are not giving up. It's Manu again with another steal. She goes coast to coast and banks it in for Aragon. But the Bears are just too strong in this one. McClanahan to Philippa Lundgren. Deep in the corner, she sinks the 3 for MA. 43-31 was the final. MA now taking over the lead in the Peninsula South.
We head to the pitch for some boys soccer as the Prospect Panthers host the Overfelt Royals Monday afternoon. The Panthers on the attack early as Dane Pendleton finds Tanner Ruddy in the box. Ruddy comes up with a perfect ball. Francisco Negretti winds up and hits the crossbar as the Royals clear it. Prospect spending a lot of time in Overfelt territory in the first. Negretti kicks the ball upfield to Ruddy, who finds Ramses Sandy in front of the goal. Sandy slips it past the goalie to put the Panthers up 1-0. Little time remaining in the first half. Prospect with another chance to score. Ruddy with a long throw, and David Peach is there for the attempt, but just a bit wide. Second half now, Overfelt with some catching up to do. Guillermo Segundo gets a pass from Rodolfo Pedrosa. He shakes a defender and crushes it, but making the diving save is Panther keeper Jordi Van Gastel. The Royals down by 1 with little time left. Overfelt with the free kick. Andy Barajas with a great shot there, but diving for the save is Van Gastel. Great save by the sophomore keeper, and we end in a 1-0 score. Prospect now 4-1-1 in the Mount Hamilton League. Each week, the Rikus Center presents the Player of the Week award.
The announcement made in a rap produced by the hip hop department at the Rikus Center. Here are this week's Players of the Week.
Risk. These are your Players of the Week. Mace. You don't want a piece of James Akinjo. The senior guard game is hella mean, so step out of the way or get put in your place. It doesn't even matter if there's a hand in his face. 35 points, just his regular pace. Extraordinary, there's not even a race. Stop the competition so he's leaving no trace. Money all day, can't even feed in a case.
Yeah, someone calm it down. Watching the comments, you got the basketball bounce. So with style, that's a promise. Cause the promise of player by the name of Maylene is a slayer. Killing it with 7 straight threes. I say she's what the game needs. Draining 35 points. Am I crazy? Can you blame me? This lady Maylene T is having tea with ease. Get used to the announcer saying T for 3. These are your Players of the Week.
Stanford Healthcare brings us great information on sports-related injuries every week.
Here's a 49ers head team physician, Dr. Tim McAdams, with this week's tip.
Turf toe is an injury to the great toe joint occurring with hyperdorsiflexion. It's a sprain of the soft tissues of the bottom of the joint and can be treated with rigid orthotic and rest, but more severe injuries, such as a rupture, can require surgery. Since about 50% of our push-off strength comes from this joint, you can imagine how significant a turf toe can be for the athlete. 2 main factors increase the risk of getting turf toe. First is playing surface. 4 to 5 turf toe injuries come on artificial turf compared to natural grass, but newer artificial turf will bring that rate down. The second factor is shoe stiffness. Shoes differ greatly. Studies by our NFL Physician Society have ranked shoes in terms of safety. So discuss these differences with your athletic trainer. Light and flexible can make you feel faster, but may not be the best way to prevent turf toe and other foot injuries.
Coming up, the Block Construction NCS Blockbuster game as Clayton Valley battles league rival Campo Lindo in a marathon.
And boys soccer action with Kennedy and Newark Memorial. But first, here's the World Games Top 10 Girls Basketball poll.
The #1 Hellcat dealer in the world, South County Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, is announcing the all-new Get Your Hellcat deal for just $569 per month plus tax. Get your bird on. That's not all. We're the #1 Pacifica hybrid dealer in the country, and we're offering a $4,000 discount on every single Pacifica 8-passenger in stock. Go green and save green. Over 900 vehicles on sale, so make the right decision in 2018. Join the Brotherhood of Muscle. Start something new with the #1 dealer in the USA, South County Chrysler Jeep Dodge Fiat Ram in Gilroy.
At Stanford Healthcare, we can now repair complex aortic aneurysms without invasive surgery. If we can do that, imagine what we can do for varicose veins. And if we can precisely treat eye cancer with minimal damage to the rest of the eye, imagine what we can do for glaucoma, even cataracts. If we can use DNA to diagnose the rarest of diseases, imagine what we can do for the conditions that affect us all. Imagine what we can do for you.
The Rikus Center is well known as an elite athletic training facility, but you might not be aware of all the ways the center touches the lives of our community. In addition to athletic fitness, nature awareness, and creative arts, the Rikus Center offers a diverse community service program allowing students to gain leadership and life skills, learning the responsibilities of a real work environment, from working with young children to helping veterans with archery. The community service program will teach students the demands of a professional environment while fulfilling their high school's community service requirements. We are back at Levi Stadium with our Block Construction NCS Blockbuster game. The Clayton Valley Ugly Eagles are rolling in the Diablo Foothill League. The Uggs are undefeated overall at 18-0, and in league they're 2-0.
4 teams come into this week 1 game behind the Ugly Eagles. One of those teams, Campo Lindo, looking to pull Clayton Valley back to the pack. It's this week's Block Construction Blockbuster game, and our Kiara Biagini was there.
Blockbuster game, yeah.
Big game tonight here at Campo Lindo High School as the Cougars try to topple the undefeated Clayton Valley Ugly Eagles. Now Clayton Valley is coming off a huge win last week against Las Lomas. The Uggs are led by a dangerous duo, senior guard Garrett Pascoe and senior forward Nick Klarman. Expect a lot of points from those two. Campo will look to their young point guard Carter Mahaney. The sophomore has been a great leader for the Cougs, averaging 15 points per game, and will try to disrupt Clayton Valley's perfect season in tonight's Block Construction Blockbuster game.
Clayton Valley knows how to start a game. Garrett Pascoe gets the tip and wastes no time as he hits the three. But Campo says, hey, I can do that too, as Carter Mahaney finds David Ahazi and swish. The Cougars take the lead 2 minutes in and spring forward. Mahaney with the ball. He finds an opening and sinks the jumper. Campo with a 29-13 lead at the end of the first. But Clayton Valley cuts it to 10 as Pascoe finds Shinjin Spear in the corner, and that's good for 3. Campo keeps rolling. You might have heard this name before. John Torchio with the reverse lay-in. Great play there. The Cougs grab a 13-point lead right before the half. Here's Mahaney to Trevin Krochik to Will Cummins, and he hits from downtown. Back from the half, and Campo grabs its biggest lead of the night as Krochik hits it for 2. Cougs lead by 20, but the Uggs pull within 10 as Pascoe passes it to Spear, and he hits nothing but net. The Uggs are not done just yet. Zach Martinez drives to the rack and gets the bucket for the three-point play, making it 82-80 Campo. And with 20 seconds left, give it to Pascoe. He can't miss. Pascoe ties it 82-all. We're heading into overtime. Campo takes a 6-point lead in OT as Krochik gets the steal and finishes at the hoop. But Pascoe is on fire for the Uggs. He drops 2 clutch threes to tie it 90-all, forcing a second overtime. The Uggs grab the lead as Nick Klarman intercepts the pass and breaks for the hoop, slamming it down. But Campo ties it 98-all, and with 7 seconds to play, Mahaney brings it coast to coast and somehow gets the layup to go. Time runs out, and Campo takes the W. The fans rush the court. What a game, 100-98. Mahaney breaks down the win after the game.
We shot the ball really well. They pressed, so we just got it over the press. We moved the ball really well. We shot with confidence. It felt good. I mean, they were undefeated. We knew it was going to be tough, but we got it done.
In Moraga with our blockbuster game, I'm Kiara Biagini, 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
The Kennedy Titans getting set to take on Newark Memorial Wednesday afternoon. Newark Memorial already with a 1-goal lead, and looking for more, Alfonso Sandoval finds Samuel Kenger in the box, and it's a goal, 2-0 Cougs. Second half, and the Cougars were threatening again. Cesar Arroyo kicks it downfield. The ball is deflected off a Kennedy defender, Josh Santillan, then chips it home. 3-0 Newark Memorial in the lead. The Cougs still on the attack. Jesse Esparza channeling his inner Leo Messi, dribbling past everyone and blasting it into the net. He's a sophomore, 4-0 Newark. The Cougars just firing on all cylinders at this point. Kangier shows off his skills, dribbling past his man and firing into the corner of the net for his second goal of the game. Kennedy gets one back late. It's Jesus Loisa sprinting into the box, shooting it off a defender and into the net for the goal, but not enough, as Newark Memorial wins big to go 8-0-1. At the top of the Mission Valley League, Santillan and Kangier with 2 goals each.
Valley Health Plan and the San Jose Earthquakes present our Soccer Players of the Week each week. This week's Boys Soccer Player of the Week is Jason Yanez from the Gunderson Boys Soccer Team. Jason had a goal and an assist in the Grizzlies' win last week.
Our Girls Soccer Player of the Week is Monta Vista's Megan Edelman. The UCLA-bound sophomore had 2 goals and a big win for the Mustangs last week, both in the first 10 minutes of the game. Sereno Group and the 49ers bring us the Coach of the Week award each week. This week's Coach of the Week is our good friend Craig Ashmore from Newark Memorial. The Cougars picked up a huge win last week in league to create a 3-way tie for first place in the Mission Valley League.
In his 29th season at Newark Memorial, Craig Ashmore is this week's 49ers Sereno Group Coach of the Week.
Coming up, Piedmont Hills powering through the Mount Hamilton division, but can they overcome second place Evergreen Valley?
And it's a big rivalry game between Liberty and Heritage. But first, here's this week's training tip by our good friends at the Rankin Center.
My name is Stephen Nichols, and today we're going to learn about a good defensive stance. First, you want to make sure your feet are at shoulder width. You want to have a good hip bend with your torso perpendicular to the ground. And last, you want to make sure your chest is over your shoulders.
The World Games All-Star Basketball game is coming up March 25th at Oracle Arena. The game will feature the best boys and girls basketball players from Northern and Southern California playing on the home court of the NBA champion Golden State Warriors. Vote for your favorite All-Star right now at WorldGamesTournament.org and have a chance to win tickets to the game and an autographed Stephen Curry jersey. Get your tickets for the All-Star game at WorldGamesTournament.org. Everyone attending gets a Kevin Durant bobblehead. The 2018 High School California All-Star Game presented by World Games. For almost 50 years, Block Construction has been enhancing the Greater Bay Area and Central Coast, transforming the Northern California landscape, building corporate offices, schools, health and wellness centers, research labs, historic and non-profit buildings, using innovative and sustainable techniques, delivering safety and quality, creating trusting lifelong partnerships. Block Construction, building futures since 1970. In 2006, a small group of dedicated, experienced real estate top producers broke from the tradition of large-scale real estate mega companies. Our goal was to form an upscale boutique agency with an unprecedented knowledge of the local market and community. We are the best and the brightest top producing agents in Silicon Valley, agreeing to collaborate to leverage our talents and ensure the success of every opportunity for our clients. And we give back with $500,000 a year, annually going out to 24 different organizations. Sereno Group, here for good.
Hi, my name is Ed Graziani from Los Altos. I'm proud to support high school athletics on the 49er Cal High Sports Report.
Hi, I'm Kathleen Pizzine in Palo Alto, and I'm a proud supporter of Bay Area high school sports.
We are the St. Francis Lancers, and this is the 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
Back at Levi Stadium and the NBC Sports Studio with a big game in the Mount Hamilton division with Piedmont Hills perfect at the top of the league with a 15-1 overall record, 6-0 in league play.
3 teams coming in this week within 2 games of the Pirates, and Evergreen Valley is one of those teams hoping some home cooking will help hand the Pirates their first league loss Wednesday night. A Mount Hamilton division battle. First place Piedmont Hills taking on Evergreen. The Pirates rolling in the first. Jalen Batugan finds Damari Floyd under the hoop. Piedmont Hills up 9-6. And they went on a run. Mike Williams to Jaquez Walker behind the arc, and the Pirates possess a 12-point lead. A minute to go into the half. Sunit Bandari drives in, gets it to Varish Naralagi in the corner, and he was absolute fire from that spot. Third quarter, Bandari gets a hand on that ball, and it lights up his team. But Piedmont Hills doing some dirty work of their own. Trent Blackshire with the steal. He drives down the court and throws it in. Blackshire with the slam. But Evergreen crushing their shots from long. Rohan Bandua gets it from Naralagi. That swish makes it 46-41, and we're heading into the fourth. The Pirates tossing it around here low. Aaron Williams Blackshire with the jumper. But a minute remaining. Evergreen is in this thing. The duo, Bandari, Naralagi, the shot cuts the Piedmont deficit to just 2, but the Pirates would hold on to that lead to win it 66-63. Walker leading his team to victory.
Big time rivalry game with the Heritage 6-man showing up big time. Right off the start, Abigail Mules follows a missed free throw to give the Patriots the first 2 points of the game. The Liberty Lions then come right back on the inbounds play with Haley Reyes driving to the lane for 2, but the Lions still trailed by 3. Liberty then looking to get one last shot in, but it's Muse again who swats one of her 9 block shots in the game. Into the start of the second now, Jordan Sweeney dishes out to Michaela Wagenke on the elbow, and she'll drive to the lane for the and 1 bucket. Patriots lead 22-11. Wagenke would then come right back to drain this 3 from downtown, but still keep an eye on Heritage as they come right back with Leah Milam taking it out of the defender's hands and find Sweeney for 2, and you can see these girls were on fire with a 37-13 lead at the half. Next quarter, Sweeney takes this one the other way, and she was the playmaker the entire game with the assist here to Wagenke for 2. Nice teamwork there. Counting down the final moments of the game now, Isabella Fabricanti bounce passes it into Lauren Campbell along the baseline to seal the deal as Heritage wins it big from start to finish to remain undefeated in the Bay Valley League. Los Aceteros of Richmond High School getting pumped up as they host the St. Mary's Panthers. The Panthers trying to get on the board first. Max Pollock to Wyatt Meyer, who tries a screamer from long range, but Alejandro Rodriguez is there. St. Mary's still on the attack. David Watts tries another from long range. The shot is deflected away to Ayel Kareev, who finishes the second chance. Kareev gives the Panthers a 1-0 lead at the half. Second half, the Panthers looking to add on. Diego Rincon with a great cross to Pollock, who heads it on target, but Rodriguez with a brilliant save there. Richmond threatening in the 69th minute. Daniel Medina looking for someone in the box, and he finds Noel Cordoba, who finishes the equalizer, and we're tied at 1-1. The Oilers continuing the attack. Pedro Garcia kicks it to Santos Argueta, who shoots it from way out, but the shot goes over the crossbar. Richmond on the corner kick late in the game, but Noah Hadovic comes up with a save as both teams leave the game in a 1-1 draw. Alejandro Rodriguez with 13 saves for the Oilers.
Each week, we bring you stories of athletes who have overcome adversity in their lives to succeed in school and in sports.
Kiara Biagini joins us now with a soccer player from Fremont who is finding a home.
Robert, tonight we meet a soccer player from Kennedy High School. Michael Dyro is playing his 4th year on varsity for the Titans and is one of the best keepers in his league. Life on the field is great for Michael, but life off the field, well, that's a different story.
Come on, guys, front to back, left to right. Make it straight.
If you're a student athlete, you know that there are no days off. Just ask the Titans of Kennedy High School as they start an early morning practice. Showing up with a smile on his face is Titans starting goalie Michael Dyro. And although Michael may be all smiles on the field, off the field, life is a bit more complicated.
Growing up, it was pretty hard because my dad left at a young age, and we were just trying to, push through. Always had a positive attitude. My mom always kept me, positive. Just look at the positive side of things, even though they were kind of bad.
Michael's mom, an immigrant from Nigeria, was left to raise 3 kids on her own. She did everything she could to support her family by working long hours, but then suffered a severe back injury on the job.
I was off for some years, and I'm still living in it. Whatever you injured is permanent. So.
As a result of Abun's terminal injuries, money became tight, forcing Michael, his older brother, and younger sister out on the streets. The worst part?
Walking in the rain, carrying all our stuff. We didn't know where to go. We were just walking. It was confusing. As a kid, I didn't know what to think at the time. We were just hoping to find somewhere just to stay or lay our heads.
After being denied at a few shelters, the family finally got a call from Michael's aunt saying that she had found a room where the family could stay.
At the time, we didn't have a mattress, so we just laid the cardboard on the floor with some pillows and blankets, and we slept there for the night. It was cold, but we stayed tight.
I would say we are homeless, but we are close to that. When you don't have a place to sleep, you're homeless.
Michael's family was eventually accepted into subsidized housing in Fremont. Despite the family's financial burden laying heavy on Michael's shoulders, he knew there was light at the end of the tunnel.
Turn with it.
That light being soccer.
Playing soccer was one of the things that me and my brother thought young, that if we keep to it, it'll eventually get us somewhere. Just trying to keep our heads focused on something positive.
4 years ago, Michael enrolled at Kennedy High School, where he decided to try out for the soccer team. He made varsity his freshman year, and things started to look up.
When we bring up kids to play for us, it's not just, you're going to play for us and you're done and I'll see you later. As soon as I blow the whistle, I don't know you. No, it's totally different. We actually, try to follow them, even after practice.
Michael Dyro, who was once homeless, finally found a home. And not the house that he lives in, but a home on the soccer field with his teammates and coaches. And soccer is his outlet, bringing happiness and meaning into Michael's life.
Soccer was like my go-to drug, kind of. I always wanted it. If I didn't have it, I don't know what I would do right now. I don't know what I'd be or what I would be doing without soccer right now.
And Michael's mom couldn't be more proud of the man her son has become.
I am very proud of him because he always remember what I always tell them, that in everything you do, you have to work hard and, prove yourself.
Even when we were struggling, I've always thought that life will always get better. It's not always going to be as hard as you think it is, but while you're in that hardship, you gotta look on the bright side of things, and eventually things will work out.
Michael has such an amazing outlook on life despite all that his family has gone through. And with the help of soccer, he's staying on the right track, keeping his grades up, and hopes to attend a four-year college next year.
Yeah, absolutely. Doing a great job, and life is looking up. So,
great.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be better. All right. One Hit Away brings us great advice on concussion prevention every week.
Here's Brett Baca with this week's tip.
No matter a game's circumstances, an athlete with a suspected concussion should be removed from play immediately. When in doubt, sit them out. Look for signs and symptoms of concussion if the athlete has experienced a bump or blow to the head or body. Ensure that the athlete is immediately evaluated by an appropriate health care professional. An athlete should be removed from play the day of the injury and only return when they are cleared to play by a health care professional. One Hit Away understands your brain can change your game.
Coming up, it's the South County Chrysler Game of the Week as Monte Vista and Dublin battle for the lead in the East Bay League.
And Evergreen Valley meets Oak Grove on the hardwood next.
The San Francisco 49ers are committed to helping kids live a healthy, active lifestyle.
You're plenty fast enough. You're plenty fast. Exchange, exchange. Good. Go, 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 go.
Check out 49ers.com/YF to see how you can get involved.
On top, Godoy, a blast from distance, bombs away, and a ball, Godoy! There's Lima! Nick Lima continues his ascent in Major League Soccer.
49ers Cal High Sports Report is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Block Construction, together building greatness. By the Silver Creek Sportsplex, the Bay Area's premier sports and fitness destination. The Rikers Center, where goals and dreams become a reality. And by DGDG.com, where we want you to be a happy car buyer.
This season, South County Chrysler Jeep Ram Dodge brings us the Game of the Week. That means a reporter on scene, team interviews, and Game of the Week t-shirts. This week's South County Chrysler Game of the Week is the East Bay League battle for first place, Monte Vista and Dublin.
That's right. The East Bay League is really tough, with Dublin the only team undefeated in league and 3 teams just 1 game behind the Gales. One of those teams, Monte Vista, looking to topple the Gales this week. It is the South County Chrysler Game of the Week, and Aubrey was there.
Halfway through East Bay League play, the Dublin Gales riding a 13-game winning streak. Monte Vista hoping to change that, but early on, Dublin is crushing it. Jack Nielsen using his 6'7" body to get the first basket of the game. A few possessions later, Robbie Beasley steals it clean. Is it a dunk? No, he's too humble for that. 19 points on the night for the sophomore. Monte Vista trying to cut down that early Gale lead. Matthew Musselman to Nate Rutchina, and he lays it in. A lot of action in the first. Connor Jackson gets the ball from Beasley, and he nails the long jumper to take the 4-point lead. But the Mustangs catching up. The pass from John Giagiari hits Sean Johnson for the buzzer beater. 23-19 at the end of the first. The Mustangs would go on to tie it up, and here, Johnson to Musselman. That one puts Monte Vista on top. The score now 38-30 Dublin on top, but here, Caden Bruce taking the pass from Mark Castro and draining the 3-ball to pull within 5. But second half, Dublin just did not let up. Beasley with the short pass to Kyle Brown, and he swishes that one. Near the end of the game, Jackson, Grant Manning, alley-oop. That was a nice play, and the Dublin Gales boost their undefeated league record to 7-0. We talked to the team after the win. With this win, they extend their winning streak to 14 games. They are the Dublin Gales. He was a force on the floor tonight, had 17 points. Our MVP is Connor Jackson. Connor, this offense is averaging 77 points a game. Tell me, what drives this high-powered offense?
You know, we got good guards. You know, when we get up, we get the rebound, we push up the court, you know, find our bigs. We play really intense and really up-tempo, so that's really what the key is for our team.
Yeah, and this was a very close game up until the second half. Tell me, what was the game plan coming out of the locker room?
You know, rebounding. You know, they got a big man in there. He was getting a lot of boards in the first half. We went in the locker room, coach said just get the rebound, and that's what we did, so.
We're going to talk to sophomore Robbie Beasley next. Robbie, you guys have such young talent on this team. Tell me, what has that been like?
It's been pretty hard because we're really outmatched because everybody's bigger and stronger than us. But, you know, we put work in the weight room, getting big, and we just play it all on the court, leave it all out.
Now you're the last team left with an undefeated league record. How are you going to make sure that stays intact?
Be competitive at every moment in the game. We go at it in practice and we go at it as hard in the game, so that's what we got to keep doing.
Now, Grant, let's talk about this team's goals. What do you guys hope to accomplish by the end of this season?
You know, last year we came in this year as defending E-ball champions, and we're just hoping to defend our title this year. Last year we made it to NCS championship, and this year we may hopefully make it to state, and want to make it as far as we can this year.
Awesome. Great job, guys. These are the Dublin Gales. Guys, take us out.
Back to girls hoops action now as the Oak Grove Eagles get warmed up, taking on the Evergreen Valley Cougars. The Eagles grab a quick lead as Tiffany Huen finds Nolani Soak behind the arc, and she hits for three. Evergreen answering back in the second. Christine Wen inbounds the ball to Anissa Douglas, who muscles her way in for two. Cougs lead by three. It's more Evergreen offense ending the first half. Amaya Gonzalez finds Nisha Cheragula, who comes up with a nice hook shot. Oak Grove comes out in the second half hot. It's soaked to Daylene Misa Alufua, who drives to the hoop and lays it in to tie it at 21 all. Fourth quarter, Cougs jump back on top. It's Douglas to Christine to Stephanie Tran, and she hits from downtown. But coming in clutch for the Eagles is Misa Alufua. She hits 2 threes late in the fourth to pull within one with a minute and a half left to play. But this one belongs to Evergreen Valley as Douglas fights her way to the rack and sinks it for two as Evergreen Valley wins it. 45-43, the Cougs now 3-0 in the Santa Teresa East Division. Once again this season, Lexus of Stevens Creek is honoring athletes who do great volunteer work in their community.
This week's Lexus of Stevens Creek Volunteer Award goes to Kaylee Watanabe from Santa Clara High School. Kaylee is a star Bruin on the basketball court. Off the court, Kaylee has helped the flood victims of San Jose evacuate their torn down homes and collect any non-perishable belongings. On top of flood relief, Kaylee is also a member of the Santa Clara Sister Cities Youth Organization, where they provide travel opportunities to the underprivileged students. Kaylee talks about the importance of her volunteer work.
Volunteering just benefits our community, and I want to be able to make a positive impact everywhere that I can because, you know, having that opportunity is so special, and it's great to be giving back to the community because I know that, like, if I were in that position, that I would be wanting that help as well.
Coming up, Half Moon Bay looks to protect its Peninsula North lead against Jefferson.
And Mission San Jose playing very well this season. The Warriors against Moreau Catholic next.
Back at Levi Stadium and the NBC Sports Studio with the battle for the league lead on the peninsula in the Peninsula League North. The Half Moon Bay Cougars come into the week with a perfect 5-0 league record led by Ethan Menzies, 20 points and 12 rebounds a game.
That's a double-double.
Yes, it is.
The Cougars facing a Jefferson team with just one league loss and looking to move into a first-place tie with Half Moon Bay this week. The Jefferson cheerleaders are loud and pumped for this Tuesday night showdown against Half Moon Bay. Midway through the first, Sam Trainer to Sori Syme to Ethan Menzies for the first score of the game. Shortly after, Cougs with the ball here. It's stolen by Ryan Addion. He takes it down the court and Daniel Benjamin finishes it and won. More HMB action here as Menzies heaves it to Trainer and he pulls up for the long distance swish. That's good for three to give the Cougs a 1-point lead at the half. Jefferson came out in the third with a game plan. Daniel Benjamin dribble, shot, and the Grizzlies take the 2-point lead. A few minutes later, and it's Marquez Costentiano looking for a pass to the hoop. He pulls up instead and lands the long 2-pointer to beat the buzzer. Jefferson now up by 2. Benjamin is feeling it. Contested and everything. That is a nice shot. Half Moon Bay trying to salvage this one late in the fourth. David Billington shot from far, cuts the deficit to 6. But Jefferson says, sorry, this one is ours. Costentiano with the physical layup as the Jefferson Grizzlies hand HMB its first league loss. Daniel Benjamin with 15 points.
Shane Knight welcoming his teammate Emil Fields as Moreau hosts Mission San Jose. The Mariners come out on fire. Leonard Turner coast to coast and finger rolls at home. The Warriors trying to stay close on the run. Alex Wu to Siddharth Rahman, who goes way up to lay it in. But the Mariners controlled this game throughout. LJ Anderson tossing it out to Max Anderson, who nails the baseline three. And now here's LJ racing past the defender and banking it home. It's 27-9 Mariners. Second quarter now, June Poole drives and dishes to Shane Knight and the coach's son with the pump fake, and one just like his dad used to do it like 50 years ago. The Mariners rolling, Emil Fields pump fake and drive for a fancy two there, and the Mariners can also hit from the outside. Max Anderson out to Dallas Ryder for one of his 4 threes in the game. Austin Chang firing here for the Warriors as Austin bounces it home. But this game never in doubt. Moreau Catholic hitting lots of three-pointers in this game. This one coming from Max Anderson from the corner. And Moreau Catholic goes on to win it to stay at the top of the Mission Valley League. Ryder leading the way with 16 points.
Synergy Environmental Solutions celebrate players who go all out for their team, just like Synergy goes all out for its customers.
Doing the dirty work this week is Newark Memorial's Japjit Gill. Japjit taking a charge 4 times in the Cougars' big win last week. Japjit doing the job and doing the dirty work, just like Synergy Environmental Solutions. Remember, you can buy the entire game from the games we showed tonight on either DVD or we can send it to you digitally. Go to CalHighSportsBayArea.com to order.
And be sure to follow us on social media at 49ers Cal High on Twitter and Instagram. And if you like us on your TV, you should like us on Facebook. And be sure to subscribe to our YouTube page. We'll let you know when new videos are ready to watch.
South County Chrysler Jeep Ram Dodge cares about our Bay Area young people.
So each week they'll present a driving tip on how our teens can drive more safely. Here's this week's tip.
I'm Anthony Gonzalez. I'm from Leland High School, and I'm here with this week's South County Chrysler Safe Driving Tip. In a recent survey, 86% of teenagers reported using their cell phone while driving. This happens even though teens know it's not safe and it is illegal to drive and use your cell phone. Look at yourself in the mirror and ask if the danger is really worth it. Put the phone away. All those texts will still be there when your drive is done.
Coming up, our second Block Construction Blockbuster game. It's the game of the year in the West Catholic League, a first-place showdown with Bellarmine and St. Francis.
And big-time girls hoops with San Ramon Valley and Dublin.
The #1 Hellcat dealer in the world, South County Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, is announcing the all-new Get Your Hellcat deal for just $569 per month plus tax. Get your burn on. That's not all. We're the #1 Pacifica hybrid dealer in the country, and we're offering a $4,000 discount on every single Pacifica 8-passenger in stock. Go green and save green. Over 900 vehicles on sale, so make the right decision in 2018. Join the Brotherhood of Muscle. Start something new with the #1 dealer in the USA, South County Chrysler Jeep Dodge Fiat Ram in Gilroy.
The Rikers Center has long been a staple of the Bay Area sports community, offering flexible and adaptable training programs for all ages. Among their most advanced programs is Cornerstone, a training course that combines a group-style training session with one-on-one supervision to optimize the training of its most elite athletes. Beginning each session with a group-based training workout, Cornerstone offers the best of both worlds. Fluid dynamic sessions followed by routine, all the while being assisted by the center's certified coaches.
Hi, I'm Tom McGraw, and I have the privilege of serving as CEO of First National Bank of Northern California. It's also been a privilege to grow up and make my home in the beautiful Bay Area and play high school sports just like many of you. We're proud to support local businesses and homeowners, as well as the hardworking youth and student athletes in the Bay Area. Come in and meet us and see how community banking really makes a difference in building stronger neighborhoods. Come into a branch and say hi.
First National Bank,
the family bank.
Back at Levi Stadium with the CCS Block Construction Blockbuster game, and it doesn't get any bigger than this. Arch rivals St. Francis and Bellarmine facing off with the league lead on the line.
Both the Bells and the Lancers come into this game with perfect 6-0 league records, so it has to be our CCS Block Construction Blockbuster game, and Robert was there.
Blockbuster game. Yeah.
Tonight's game will be an epic battle between arch rivals Bellarmine and St. Francis. A lot of talk this week about the guards in this game. Logan Johnson for St. Francis, who's outstanding, along with Jake Wojcik for Bellarmine. But the battle I'll be looking at is the one of the big men. Tyler Manoa for St. Francis, a D1 defensive player in football, and Kendall Stubblefield, the center for the Bellarmine Bells. An epic battle in tonight's CCS
Blockbuster game!
The other factor here, the huge crowd for this game. The gym was packed. The Bells feeding off the energy early. Stubblefield around the defender, hard to the rack for a 7-4 lead. The Bells toss it around the perimeter. Metzger to Wojcik to Kieran Cruz, and the Bells were cruising. St. Francis trying to keep pace. Roy Yuan with the steal over to Momo Wilmer and back to Yuan for two. But the Bells take a 12-point lead into the half. Cruz on the run, a little fake in the lane. He scores 30-18 at halftime. Third quarter, it's all about my boy Roy. Roy Yuan catches fire. This the first of 5 3-pointers for Yuan in the third quarter alone. Here's Logan Johnson for a corner three. Logan with a terrific game for the Lancers, but back to my boy Roy. A defender flying at him, no problem. One more time, this guy is a steely-eyed three-point machine, and it's a 1-point Bells lead, 37-36. But the Bells fire back. Gio Sasso from the corner, and that one was huge, putting the Bells back up by 4. Late third now. The shot is off, but there with the putback is Manoa to make it 42-41 Bells. That's when Jake Wojcik takes over. Jab step and a long three for Wojcik. And then off the inbounds play, Metzger finds Cruz and one. Kieran with 21 points for the Bells. But a huge shot here for Oscar Pedraza as he nails the three with 5 minutes to play, giving the Lancers a 1-point lead. But lurking in the corner is Cruz, and that one really got the crowd going as the Bells take a 55-50 lead. 20 seconds to play, and Johnson drives. He scores and one. The Lancers down 3 with 4 seconds to play. They get the ball inbounds. They get a shot, but it is no good, and the Bells celebrate their 23rd straight West Catholic League win. The Bells now 6-0 in league in front of a packed house in an exciting atmosphere at Bellarmine Prep.
It's a great atmosphere, sold out arena. We wanted to come out here. St. Francis is a great team. We came out here and we wanted to lock in defensively, and that's what we did, and we came out with the win.
It was a great win coming in undefeated in WCAL, being the only team left. We did it last year, and we knew what we needed to do and prepared ourselves well, and we got the win.
The Dublin Gauntlet was not going to miss this one. Undefeated Dublin hoping to hand San Ramon Valley its first league loss, and Anne-Marie Sanchez says not today. The three-pointer puts the Wolves on top. 1 minute later, Paige Gerhardt doing what she did all night long, driving hard to the hoop. The basket gives the Wolves the 6-point lead. Dublin right back in it, though. Melee Fanau finds Rachel Valdez for 3. The Gales trail by 2. 6 minutes until the half. 2 words, Audrey Basin. She was hot. 22 points on the night for her. Near the half, Dublin trailing by 10. Issa Fadal with the pull-up J. The score 30-22 at the halfway point. And the Gales showing their fight in the third. Melee Fanau gets it to Kendra Grant. The 3-shot is good to cut the Wolves' deficit to 3. But SRV would get those points right back. Baston, Victoria Zetterberg, yes. Fourth quarter now, Leslie Fanau goes on a rampage. This is her third three-pointer in the fourth quarter, and it brings the Gales within 3. But Coach Cristiano says the Wolves play their best game in the fourth quarter, and they sure did. Caitlin Gwynn puts it away as the Wolves knock down the Gales and take the top spot in the East Bay League.
The Harker School honors athletes who perform well in the classroom every week. This week's scholar athlete is Nick Klarman from Clayton Valley. Nick is a star on the Ugly Eagles basketball team and sports a 4.2 GPA.
Brought to you by the Harker School. This week, Harker congratulates its girls and boys varsity soccer teams on great ongoing seasons. Girls varsity had a winning streak of 4 wins in January and are now 3-1 in league, while the boys have remained undefeated in first place in league. A huge shout out to both teams for their hard work and success. At Harker, preschool through 12th grade students discover their passions. Learn more at harker.org. Once again this season, Adobe brings us advice on how to use their software to make great highlight reels and team videos.
Here's this week's Adobe tip.
In the new text tool, there are 2 ways to adjust your graphics. In the Essential Graphics box, the layers for your graphic all appear there to manipulate in a variety of ways. Highlight the layer you want to change and you can adjust the size, color, font, style, and more. In the Effect Controls panel, you can see these layers in more detail with all of their motion and anchor point settings. You can also use this panel to adjust these settings. It's a new way to use Adobe products to make your team video or highlight reel better than all the rest. Coming up to the City League we go for Mission and Balboa.
And top girls soccer action as Foothill takes on the #1 team in the nation, Monte Vista. But first, here's the World Games Top 10 boys basketball poll.
49ers Cal High Sports Report is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By South County Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. Drive a little, save a lot. By Club Sport at the Sportsplex. Live healthy. And by the Sereno Group. Here for good.
Hi, I'm Lucy Wiedemeyer, longtime real estate broker, and I'm teamed up with Keith Andry, my favorite son-in-law. Many of you remember Charlie Wiedemeyer, my husband. We both support high school sports.
Hi, John Failer out of Saratoga and Santa Clara. I am very proud to support Northern California Bay Area high school sports.
Back at Levi Stadium in a big game in the San Francisco City League, the Mission Bears are looking good again this year. The defending state champs are led by outstanding junior captain Ben Knight.
The Bears battling league rival Balboa this week. The Buccaneers led by 6'4" forward Antonio Coles. It's the Bears and the Bucks this week.
The Mission Bears getting warmed up to take on the Balboa Buccaneers Monday afternoon. The inbound from Vincent Paulino finds Antonio Cole, who steps back and nails the three for Balboa. Minutes later, Jerron Torno passes to Akeem Lewis, who hits the two, and that's a buzzer beater, 26-11 Bears. Second quarter now, Cole with the rebound 1, 2, 3, 4 times before putting it in the basket. Great work there as the Buccaneers trail by 10. The Bears in possession now. Adrian Otis the second for the shot. Uja Pratt is there for the rebound to Ben Knight, who lays it in and one. It's Cole again with another rebound, this time out to John Fitch, who sinks the three from deep in the corner, cutting the deficit to 5 for the Bucks. This looks like a replay, but it's not. Cole is on top of his rebounds as he finds Paulino, who drains it. It's all Mission from there. Ben Knight gets the steal and takes it all the way to the rack for the bucket. The Bears on the attack here. Anthony McBride blocking the shot and connecting with Knight. And Big Ben is going to take it all the way to the basket. A little up and under lay in there. 49-43 Mission. Into the fourth. The Bears begin to pull away here. Ujai Pratt sends the ball to Otis the second, and he splashes for 3. And here he is again, Otis, my man, from way outside, and he nails the big-time three-pointer. Mission stays undefeated at 6-0 in league with the 80-56 win.
The number 1 team in the nation, Monte Vista, getting a pep talk from the captains before taking the field against Foothill. Foothill on the attack here, passing the ball down the field, but Julia Leontini gains possession. She shoots it and hits the back of the net from long range to put the Mustangs on the board 1-0. Hannah Delchek here finds Erica Braun, who dribbles it for a little while, linking with Leontini. She brings it down the goal line, shoots the ball, and hits the post, and it is good. Leontini with her second goal of the match to go up by 2. The Mustangs are given a free kick here. It's Sarah Ardenon stepping up. Ardenon with a strong kick, and she scores from way downtown, giving the Mustangs a comfortable 3-0 lead at the halfway point. We're in the 68th minute now. Foothill here with the free kick of their own. Peyton Ron kicks the ball way up. It goes over the defense and into the corner of the net, putting the Falcons on the board, but Monte Vista takes this one as they end the match 3-1. The Mustangs stay unbeaten on the season.
The St. Ignatius girls basketball team is having a really good season.
The girls meeting with 99.7 Now Strawberry to talk about it at the Rikus Center earlier this week.
Hey, we're at the Rikus Center in Menlo Park, the premier training facility on the peninsula where goals are achieved. We had to bring these ladies all the way down from San Francisco because they are 11-3 in preseason, already 2-1 in the league. The Wildcats of St. Ignatius. Yeah! So, Alyssa, before we talk about how good your season is this year, let's talk about NorCal semifinals last year.
Yeah, it was a pretty long season last year, and it was a great battle all the way to the end. Unfortunately, we lost in the semifinals, I believe, a game that we should have won. But I'm really excited for this team's potential, and I think we can go really far this year.
And that's the goal, right? A little redemption?
Of course, of course.
Okay, good. We're going to hold her to that. Where's Maddie? Maddie, the Bruce Mahoney game, the huge rivalry between SI and Sacred Heart. First, tell us how it is being in that USF building with all those fans.
Being in that atmosphere is crazy. There's tons of energy. You know, you're surrounded by the community and your peers, and you want to do the best you can. So it's crazy energy.
It's loud in there too,
yeah,
right?
Very loud.
Okay, so St. Ignatius got the victory that night.
Yes, we did.
Felt good.
Felt awesome.
Okay, let's talk to Georgia. The Wildcats have a certain warm-up jersey. What does that mean to the team?
Yeah, so we have AMDG on our warm-up jerseys, and what that means is Ad Moriam de Gloriam in Latin. And that's a universal, school-wide motto, and it really means a lot to us to be at a great private school and playing for everyone and playing for our teammates and each other.
And that's going to bring you back to NorCal this year, right?
Yes, it is.
All right, that's two people. That's two athletes who are already guaranteed a return to NorCal. My name is Strawberry from 99.7 Now. I'm on your radio every night at 7 o'clock. This is SI. They're on the basketball court. Cats, take us away.
GGDG presents the Be Happy Play each week. This was a play in a game this week that made everybody happy. This week's Be Happy Play is...
It's the Bellarmine Bells. They get the big win in the West Catholic League, and the fans go absolutely wild, storming the court.
And knocks down Robert Bronstein in the process.
We didn't have to mention that. The Bellarmine Bells with this week's Be Happy Play. Go to dgdg.com to see how you can be a happy car buyer. Coming up, it's the Service by Medallion Play of the Week. It might be this play, but maybe not.
But first, here's this week's training tip by our good friends at the Rikus Center.
I'm Coach Andrew Havili, and today's training tip is a physio ball push-up. Mark's going to come up into a push-up position, hands on a physio ball, shoulders will be down and retracted back slightly as he goes down to his push-up. We'll have to stabilize through his core and shoulders, push back up. One more time. Back up. Make sure now you look at this low back. It shouldn't be hyperextended. It should be straight. Go ahead. Good. And if you want to regress it, you can always go down to the knees.
The winner of the Service by Medallion Play of the Week gets a hat, a backpack, and an invitation to our end of the season awards banquet right here at Levi Stadium. The date?
May 21st.
That is correct.
Yes. We'll show you some really good contenders and then award this week's Play of the Week.
Play of the Week.
First contender, Trent Blackshire from Piedmont Hills with the dunk. Gotta work on that landing though. Clayton Valley's Nick Klarman does the same thing here. He picks it and slams it. Deshaun Jackson with SBSV from the inbound pass straight up to the rim. Impressive dunk there. Cue the soccer plays. Peyton Ron from Foothill from way far out places it perfectly in the corner. Check out this save from Richmond's Alejandro Rodriguez like a cat. Here, Monte Vista's Julia Leontini with a goal from an impossible angle. Our staff had trouble choosing between these last two. Nassim Gaskin from BOD with the steal in the tomahawk. What can be better than that? Well, I'll tell you what. In double OT tie ball game, Carter Mahaney for Campo Lindo gets an impossible layup with only seconds left, and it's the game winner. Campo beating undefeated Clayton Valley with Carter Mahaney's Play of the Week.
That's the Play of the Week, and that's our 49ers Cal High Sports Report for this week. Thanks for watching. I'm Robert Bronstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. Be sure to join us next week as we meet the Midi soccer star playing through some physical and emotional pain this season. We will see you then.